So I think this year you've kind of become a bit of a role model for the gay community. Do you take that on, or do you? Because it's, you know, it's a double-edged sword. It's very personal for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, but then.
When I decided, to come out publicly, it was, the amount of letters that was sent, and I received a letter from Justice Kirby in Sydney, and so many, there were so many letters, every day when, they went to the PO box and they came home and, they gave me the letters. I used to sit there and read through them all, and, just people explaining their situation and, how they were feeling, and some of these letters were so heartfelt and so honest because they were just putting exactly what they were feeling into this letter, which a lot of them haven't told anyone before. And, I was reading them going, I could relate to them because I went through all those emotions and trying to find yourself. And, if it can help, if what I did can help one person be stronger and go, you know what, I don't care, this is who I am, and, I should be able to live my life the way I want to live my life. I think, there's a positive thing that's come out of it.
Definitely.
But I didn't do it because I wanted, to sell a story on it, because I didn't want to do it like that. So, I called a friend who's a journo in Melbourne, and I said, Cameron, do you mind doing this story? And he goes, yeah. So we caught up and we had a coffee, and at the end of the day, I just got to a point where I was really comfortable with myself, and it took a while for that to actually happen, and yeah, and I wanted to be honest with myself and with my family and with my friends and, with the people that actually support me, with my fans, that, go out there and buy an album or buy a ticket and come to my concert. I think it's really important to, to be honest and to be open and to give yourself to them because, they're doing so much for you. Having said that though, you need to be in the right frame of mind, and you need to be in a position where you're really comfortable with yourself first.
Yeah.
When people go, you denied it and, you didn't come out straight away. It's just like, yeah, because I was trying to find myself. I was trying to work out who exactly I was, and, being thrown onto Idol, it was so much to take in, and it was so overwhelming. And at the time I was only 21. I was 21. So, I just handled it the best way I could, and I actually don't regret how I did that.
No, well, I don't think you should. I was going to ask, did you feel like there was a certain kind of repetition? Did you, is this something, because this is obviously something you went through on a professional level, but had you already dealt with all of this on a personal level earlier?
Yeah, initially, when I came out and I told my parents and, quite a few years ago, I'm the eldest child and I'm the eldest grandchild out of, 16 of us, and yeah, from an Italian background, it was, growing up I never had an older cousin or an older brother or an older sister. I was always surrounded by adults, and, I just found it a little bit hard because I really had no one to look up to, and so, growing up, my parents and my grandparents used to always say to me, all the cousins look up to you, and that just put an extra pressure on them. They're going, oh my God, don't look up to me. But yeah, it was hard. It was so hard, and, I went through a moment where, I was actually quite depressed, and I actually saw someone, and I got some counselling, and but then I worked through it, and it was great, and, my parents were so supportive, my whole family's supportive, so it's, it's so cool.